why it is so difficult? In the linear model, we used to our waste byproduct, throw it to the land, bury it in a landfill, or maybe just pay external companies so the problem disappears. Now we pay you. What happened? Then we realized, okay, this is not sustainable. Let's start to implement some technologies. And then we use some very mature, robust, and efficient technologies. And that's important. Maturity, they have to be robust, and they have to be efficient. And this is incineration, composting, or aerobic, WW means wastewater treatment. Okay? The biorefinery is much complex. There's a rainbow of opportunities. And we are yet to figure out which of these opportunities are going to be real solutions, which ones will only stay in the lab. We know more than ever, but we still need to realize, test, try in the real world what's going to be a solution, of course, for the winery sector and for other industrial sectors, each of them with their own peculiarity. So one thing that has happened in our research group is like a lot of companies has approached us. There are companies that most of them, they used to pay some external companies to take their waste. But like there's an increasing pressure, there's a higher legislation, there's tightening for everybody, so they had to increase the cost. 3, 5, 7, 10 times the cost to dispose 1 ton of a waste. This has pushed companies towards treatment, and some of them towards circular economy, resource recovery. Another thing that we have realized during these years, during basically the last 5 years, is like companies don't like complexity. Don't like complexity, don't like uncertainty, and don't like cost. Even more when the technology is not in their courses, in their core business model. It's like waste, it's always understood as an end of pipe, no? At the end. And of course, they're not going to put the best engineer, most of the effort in that space. And that we have to be aware of that when suggesting alternatives and solutions to them. As I mentioned, the increasing cost of disposal and treatment push naturally towards this circular bioeconomy, wine refineries that I mentioned before. Then it's very important that we understand the sector. And I feel a bit of an intruder here because I don't have much experience in the winery sector. But one advantage of chemicals engineers is that we know a technology and we know how to apply it in different conditions. That's sort of our expertise. We cannot be experts in the paper piggeries. It's like we know technologies and then we adapt the technologies to different sectors, to different needs. So when I was preparing the slides, okay, which is the peculiarity of the winery sector? First, we have this protected denomination of origin that concentrates things in very concrete locations. That's good because then you can centralize solutions, but that's bad because if you don't have treatment, you're going to contaminate a lot. Another important thing is like the sector is dominated by small and medium enterprises, companies with 20, 50 at most employees. What this means, I already mentioned before, they're not going to put the best engineer in the waste treatment, the best engineer is going to be on production. Therefore, you need to provide robust, and again, very important, robust, cost-efficient, and sometimes centralized solution. It's impossible that one small company will have a expensive treatment, a specialized treatment. So sometimes it's better to centralize. Then, like one different, for instance, with the brewery sector or soft drink sector, it's a very seasonal production system. It's like, it's a batch, no? And then you have like, for instance, in wastewater, you have a peak in production during the vintage, and through the year, the flow, the concentration, and composition